Hello YouTube, it's Micah. So this is just a quick little video. I was asked yesterday or 2 days ago by a younger trans friend of mine how I came out to my parents and my family and friends, and then my peers. I understand that I'm not, I haven't really begun the whole transition process and as far as, hormones and stuff. But, the first step is obviously coming out, which I have at least done. So, what I would recommend to anyone who is, wondering how to come out, I think the best way to do it is just write a letter to your parents. Always make sure to say, this is nothing that you did. It has nothing to do with the way that you raised me or, anything like that. You have to make your parents feel that it isn't something they did while they were raising you and while you were growing up. Because, I don't know, it's not just with my parents. I've seen this with a lot of other parents too. They think that it's something that they've done. And, obviously it isn't, especially with being trans. It's something that from an extremely young age normally. Or, you might not know exactly, but, you feel the difference in yourself than, in comparison to others. And what I told my parents in that letter was, I've felt this way since, as long as I can remember, since I was 4 or 5. And, maybe, explain to them what transgender is, and explain to them maybe, I made sure that I said, you know, I am gonna be going by Micah, and I am planning on going through hormone replacement therapy and having, chest surgery and a hysterectomy and all that kind of stuff. And, I think maybe possibly having that information for your parents might make it a bit easier. What I did was explain to them what being transgender meant, and the whole procedure that happens, with hormones and surgeries and counseling and all that kind of stuff. And I made sure to explain that thoroughly so they understand what will be going on in my life, because they have the right to know. So, also, when it comes to coming out, you also have to realize that this is something that you have to let them take in and let it sink in, and you can't just expect your parents to be completely for it like that. And some parents are, and that's wonderful. And people who do have parents like that should be extremely grateful for that. But unfortunately, there are a lot of parents who don't agree with it, and they, refuse to take part in any of the transition. And it's a risk that you have to take to make yourself happy and make yourself comfortable. And, that's what happens sometimes, unfortunately. Another thing I would not necessarily advise, but um, I would suggest trying a trying to find a support group for your parents and for yourself. Those obviously are going to help your parents in realizing that you know this isn't just you that is transgender. There's other people, and those people have parents who go to these meetings so they can relate with all the other parents and discuss their concerns and their feelings and that kind of stuff in regards to your transition. My parents went to a support group, and I think it helped them a lot. So I would recommend trying to find that. Usually, bigger cities have that, so you can definitely try and find that for yourself and your parents. Um, in regards to coming out to friends and peers, with friends, your closer friends, I would just honestly sit them down and say, I'm transgender. This is what it is. I would prefer to go by this name and male pronouns, or if you're male to female, female pronouns. Uh, I haven't had one friend yet who has been uncomfortable with the transition. It could just be the fact that I have very supportive and open-minded people around me, but you do have to expect, you know, some people not being okay with it, not agreeing with it, and that's just something that you have to get over. Coming out to peers and like the whole world, the best way to do it is through social networking sites. Facebook. What I did on Facebook, basically one day I just changed my name to Micah and changed my gender to male, and I posted a note on Facebook that explained what trans is and the whole process of it, and basically said that if anyone was curious or had questions, they could feel free to ask. And yeah, I think that helped a lot because usually people are only like bothered by it because they don't understand it. So by giving people a chance to ask me questions, it made it a little bit easier. And yeah, so there you go. Hopefully I helped you out a little bit. And yeah, good luck with your transition. And yeah, I will make another video soon. Peace out, YouTube.